Let me tell you about a man named Joseph. Joseph worked as a night guard at a small shop in Nairobi. He kept that job for 31 years, same gate, same chair, same long nights. His pay was small, very small. He wore old shoes. He had no car. Joseph ate simple meals, rice, beans, tea. Nothing about his life looked rich, but every month he did one quiet thing. He saved money. For 31 years he worked, saved, and stayed silent. Then Joseph died at age 74. His family began sorting through his things, expecting almost nothing. Instead, they found something that shocked them. Joseph had saved and invested enough money to buy land. Not one plot. 4 plots, one for each child. Now let me tell you about another man. This man earned more money in 1 year than Joseph earned in his life. He drove a clean car. He looked rich, but by age 50 he had nothing. No savings. No land, no plan, 2 men, same country. Very different endings. The difference was not income. The real gap lived in their minds. It lived in the way they thought about money and the stories they told themselves. The thinker Carl Jung once said, "If you do not see what your mind is doing, it will guide your life. Then you will call it fate." Your money story began before you chose it. Most money teachers ignore this. You did not create your first money beliefs. They were handed to you. Think back to your childhood. What did you hear? Maybe you heard, "Rich people are greedy," or "save everything." Those words sink deep like seeds in wet soil. Sigmund Freud called this hidden space the unconscious mind. Think of it as a room below your thoughts. Old fears and lessons sit there. If your young brain learned money equals conflict, now you avoid budgets. You delay checking your bank account. You may call it laziness, but it's fear. When you buy something you did not plan, what are you really buying? A new phone? Fancy clothes? Most times you are buying a feeling. Ernest Becker said many actions come from the fear of not being enough. Money becomes a tool to cover that fear so others will notice you. Friedrich Nietzsche spoke about the urge to look strong. Look around. People borrow for huge houses and cars that cost more than their yearly pay. Arthur Schopenhauer said wealth can act like sea water. The more you drink, the thirstier you feel. The mask needs constant feeding. Joseph the night guard had no mask. He did not chase applause. While others performed, he quietly built something real. Your brain prefers today, food today, comfort today. The future feels distant and has no taste or smell. So you take the reward now. Joseph understood this truth. He chose later instead of now. That patience built land, school fees, and security for his children. Small choices today shape the future. Joseph proved that. Not with wealth, but with quiet discipline, repeated for 31 years. Comparison steals quietly. Let me paint a simple scene. 2 neighbors live on the same street. They work in the same city. One house always has something new. A new car every 2 years, fresh curtains in the windows, bright furniture in the living room. There is always a change to notice. The other house looks plain. An old car sits in the driveway. The curtains stay the same. The furniture looks worn but clean. Nothing flashy. Nothing to show. Now ask yourself a question. Which home looks wealthy? Most people point to the first house. Most people would be wrong. The writer Albert Camus once said, "We live in a room of mirrors. We rarely see ourselves clearly. We see our image in other people's eyes." Because of that, many people live for the reflection. They try to look good in someone else's view. They build an image, not a real life. This is the trap of comparison. It drains money faster than most habits. Think about what happens when you buy something to impress someone. You work real hours. You trade pieces of your life. Then you spend that money to create a small feeling in someone else's mind. That person may admire you for 10 seconds. By tomorrow morning they forget. Your money is gone. Your time is gone. That is the deal many people accept every day. Few people stop to question it. People who build real wealth make one quiet change. They stop watching the mirror. They stop trying to perform. They stop asking, "What will people think?" They begin asking a different question. Does this help my life? The moment you stop feeding the mirror, money begins to stay. Small choices begin to shift. The pull to impress fades. Ask yourself something honest tonight. Think about the last big thing you bought. Who were you buying it for? Yourself? Or an audience that barely noticed? Patience fights poverty. Now we move to something simple. But it is also very hard. Waiting. Many people struggle with money for one reason. They cannot wait. They see something. They want it. They buy it. The good feeling lasts 2 days. Then the feeling fades. Soon another one appears. The cycle keeps moving. The thinker Niccolò Machiavelli once made a sharp comment. He said people forget many pains, but they never forget the loss of wealth. He meant something simple. The hunger for more rarely stops. People always want the next thing. A better phone, a bigger house, a nicer car. Wanting is part of being human. The problem starts when desire runs every choice. When that happens, money slips away. Income grows, but spending grows faster. Wealth never forms. People who build wealth are not perfect. They feel the same wants. They feel the same pull, but they pause. They sit with the urge. They allow the feeling to pass. This idea appears again and again in old thought. Stoic thinkers taught it clearly. They said strength is not killing desire. Strength is guiding it. You feel the want, you study it. Then you decide what to do. Each time you delay a purchase, something quiet happens. You weaken the habit of impulse. You build a new habit of control. This shift matters more than any budget plan. Each moment of patience pushes poverty back. Think of patience as a muscle. Most people never train it. But it grows stronger with practice. Start small. Pick one choice this week. Feel the urge to spend. Wait a day. Watch the urge fade. That small win begins a new pattern. Safety is a feeling. Here is a truth that surprises many people. Some people hold millions in the bank, yet they feel poor every day. Other people hold far less, yet they sleep peacefully each night. The number alone does not create peace. What matters is the meaning tied to that number. The thinker Carl Jung once said accepting yourself is frightening. Money often blocks that acceptance. Many people tie money to self-worth. They link money to safety. They link money to respect. When someone feels they are not enough, no amount of money fills that gap. Income can rise. Savings can grow. Fear can still remain. The fear was never about the money. The fear lived deeper. Real financial peace begins inside the mind. It begins when you see your own worth. It begins when you accept that your value does not depend on numbers. That idea changes how people act. When you feel worthy, you protect your future. You save with care. You spend with thought. You build slowly and with purpose. Fear no longer guides every choice. Instead, intention leads the way. This inner shift is not easy. It takes quiet honesty. But it is stronger than any investment plan. When self-respect grows, financial strength often follows. The turning point, awareness changes everything. Now let us bring these ideas together. A clear thread runs through them all. The writer Thomas Ligotti once wrote about human awareness. He believed human life carries deep struggle. We see our problems clearly, yet we often repeat them. Think about money habits. Most people already know the truth. They know they spend too much. They know they save too little. They know they chase comfort instead of freedom. But knowing does not equal change. Why? Because the mind and the body move at different speeds. The mind understands ideas. The body remembers feelings. The body remembers the comfort of spending. The body remembers the rush of buying. That rush can overpower logic. This explains why many money tips fail. Advice alone cannot heal deeper habits. You can read 10 finance books. You can learn many saving plans. Yet old patterns may still appear. The real work happens inside. You must look at your fears. You must see your habits. You must question your stories. The goal is not to become a perfect saver. The goal is awareness. A conscious person sees the urge to spend. They feel it clearly. Then they pause and choose. Fear may still exist. Desire may still exist. But choice grows stronger. Think back to Joseph the night guard. He was not superhuman. He felt the same pulls as everyone else. He saw nice things in shops. He likely wanted them. But he paused. He made a different choice. Month after month. Year after year. 31 years of quiet choices shaped his future. Awareness guided those choices. One simple question. We have covered many ideas today. Your childhood money story. Fear and spending. The mask of wealth. The trap of comparison. The power of patience, security as a feeling. Awareness as the turning point. But I do not want you to leave with a long list. Just one step matters tonight. Before you sleep, try something simple. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. Turn off your phone. Let the room stay silent. Ask yourself one question. What am I truly afraid of when it comes to money? Do not think about budgets. Do not think about goals. Look at the fear. Fear of loss. Fear of failure. Fear of not being respected. Fear of being seen as poor. The thinker Friedrich Nietzsche once said something powerful. He said a person must hold chaos inside to create a bright star. Your money struggles may feel like chaos, but chaos can teach you. It shows where fear lives. It shows where habits hide. Behind that door sits growth. Not only more money, more freedom. Freedom from constant worry. Freedom from the need to impress. Freedom from chasing approval. Money becomes a tool again, not a master. Start with that one quiet question tonight. Let the answer sit in your mind. If this message stirred a thought or feeling, share it with someone close. One honest talk about money can change a life. Sometimes the right idea arrives at the right moment, and that moment shifts everything. This is Conscious Inquiry. See you in the next one.